Hello everyone, welcome and welcome back to my channel. It is me, your girl, Goddess of Love and Truth Reacts, coming to you with another video reaction upload. If you are new to the channel, welcome. If you're a returning subscriber or viewer, welcome back. All of you guys' support is greatly and truly appreciated. If you have not subscribed to the channel as of yet, what are you waiting for? It is free, free, free. It don't cost you a thing. And I am greatly and truly appreciated for all you guys' support, for subscribing to the channel, for liking the videos, sharing the videos, and leaving your comments down below. To show you guys that I do appreciate your support, I do a series of subscribers give back every time we meet a milestone on YouTube. Our first milestone and first goal was 1,000 subscribers. Thank you guys for helping me meet that milestone and that goal. We did reach 1,000 subscribers and we're still growing. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We did our first give back of $100. If you missed that, that is on the live. Go to the live section of the YouTube for my channel and you will be able to see that video. The next subscriber give back will be at 5,000 subscribers, where it will be a total give back of $200. All right, you guys. All right, you guys. Thank you again for tuning in. Sorry for the delays with my uploads. Last week was a last minute travel week. Normally when I travel, I just traveled not too long ago before last week, and I had no issues because I was prepared and I took time off of work. Well, this time it was a last minute travel, so guess what, y'all? I had to not only pack up my personal computer, but I had to pack up my work computer and one of my monitors, and my monitors are huge. So I would never ever do that again, baby, because traveling with 2 laptops and a big old giant monitor that's the size of a TV is no joke. I was like, I would never do that again. But it was last minute. I hadn't planned on leaving or anything, so it was just last minute or whatever. I did have fun, y'all. I did have fun. Y'all can see the little times that I did try to upload, I didn't have no voice. And then when I finally got back home, I wasn't feeling good or whatever. I still wasn't feeling good as of yesterday, so I'm feeling a little better, not just 100%, but I did have fun. It was just hectic. It was just like, I didn't know if I was coming or going. But anyways, I am back. So we about to get back to our regular scheduled program. Child, I've been missing out. Some of the stuff, it wasn't even necessary for me to react to because it was just the same old they was doing. But child, these newest videos, I was like, let's get into it. All right, you guys, let's get into the video. Because Hunted, child, they showing out in the country Wayne skits of it all. Let's get into the video. So, girl, we start out him with Amber having a dream about Wayne. Baby, I didn't react to that episode because I was like, it was pointless and I didn't like the counselor anyway. But baby, Anthony and Amber had another counseling session, and Amber was telling the counselor how Angelina came over to the house and Anthony was making it seem like, I can't stop them from coming over there. She said your mother-in-law, and she mentioned Kai, but I wish she would have said, his child's grandmother, his child that he had outside of our marriage, because I don't think this lady is understanding that he did all that. So after Amber blurted out all this stuff, the lady didn't question anything about what Amber said. This broad had the audacity. She was like, ugh. She didn't like anything Amber was saying. She was making faces and saying, oh, making little, sly comments. Then she gonna talk about, well, let's talk about Wayne. Girl, for what? Ain't nobody even brought up Wayne. Why you even remembering Wayne? Do you got a thing for Wayne? Like, the counselor pissed me off. She is so one-sided. I don't see how Amber is meeting with them, baby. I would have got up and walked out of there as soon as she said, let's turn this to, let's talk about Wayne. Let's not talk about Wayne. And Amber started feeling some type of way. She was like, I wish you wouldn't have brought that up, that we could have, not discussed that. That lady don't care. She hired by Anthony, so she gonna side with Anthony, which is crazy. Normally, they don't post to side with anybody, but ain't no telling what Anthony done told this woman. But even still, just hearing Amber go on that rant, out of everything she said, you took nothing of what she said and want to bring up what she did before the marriage. I was like, child. And she asked Amber, do you love Wayne? Baby, Amber couldn't speak. Baby, when I tell you, Anthony looked at her like she had on her. Like, baby, he was disgusted. He was like, I need a minute. He got up and he left. And then Amber face just all on the floor. Like, girl, don't let them put you in that situation. You should have just got up and left in the beginning like that, babe. So Amber let us know that she loved Wayne and she's still in love with Wayne. So now that brings us to this skit here where she is sitting up here having dreams that Wayne is telling her he loved her, and it's always been her. After they, stopped talking, he's never been the same. It's always been Amber. So he was like, come in the house like that. Let's go to the room. And I'm like, see, even in your dream, he really don't love you. He just trying to get you in the bed. He said, come into the room. He ain't saying, let's talk, let's sit down, let's, discuss this. He's saying, come to the room. And that's exactly where he led her, into the bedroom or whatever. And Amber's like, what? Are you serious, Wayne? Like, they're just falling for you. I was like, thank God it said it's a dream, because baby, wake her ass up. Because I was like, no, Amber, no. Don't you know no good? Baby, no. Leading her into the bedroom. I was like, child. So next thing you know, she laying there. I was like, yes, wake up. And she's in the dream saying, Wayne. I was like, good thing her and Anthony not living in the house together no more, because baby, she is calling Wayne's name. Say my name. Baby, that is so she's naive. But the counselor is bringing that up. You know what I'm saying? Amber had that buried. You know what I'm saying? She was over it and she was done. And she was doing right in her marriage. Yeah, she woke up. I know that's right, girl. That was a nightmare. Not no dream. That was a nightmare, because he still don't love you. He was just trying to get in them jeans. In those jeans. So then, y'all, I was like, Chad, y'all tell me what y'all think in the comment section below. This is not the end of the video, but I got to say this now. Tell me what y'all think about Amber's dream. Do y'all think that even in her dream, it was letting her know that Wayne don't care about her? He just want to, hit them walls. I probably shouldn't say that, but I didn't know what else to say. He wanted to get her goodies, not my goodies. I play too much. So next, y'all, child. When I seen this, I said, I know you effing lying. I said, I know you effing lying. I said, no. Child. So we go over the old sister girl Brittany house. And Brittany in the kitchen doing some things. Next thing you know, she get a knock on the door, and she was like, oh, I'm glad you found your way up. And he was like, yeah, like that. So he came in, they hugged, they greeted. They sit up there talking, and he just wanted to thank her. He was like, if it wasn't for you talking to me, your words of encouragement, he was like, I wouldn't have did the one thing that I needed. He was like, I did need to talk to my mom. I needed to get that, off my chest. I needed her to really see me. He said, and once I gave her the chance, I saw that she really saw me or whatever. So Brittany was like, oh, I'm so happy for you. I'm so proud of you. He was like, nobody has ever talked to me the way you talk to me and, helped me out or whatever. So he was like, I just wanted to let you know that I'm glad that, you talked me into seeing my mom and letting her in, because I really feel seen like that. So Brittany was like, oh, it was a pleasure. She was like, I understand. And she's like, I don't mean to make this about me, but, she just mentioned, briefly about what she went through with her mom, and she had her mom in her life. And he said he never looked at it like that. That some people, yeah, that's true, Kevin. Yeah, some people have their mom in their life, and they probably would be better off without them. I'm not saying Brittany was better off without her mama, but even though you have your parent in your life, doesn't mean that it's gonna be still good. It can still be worse than somebody not having a parent in their life. So he was like, yeah. So they discussed that, and so they had a moment or whatever because of that. So he was like, I just thank you. And she was like, well, I see you too, like that. She said, I see you, and I know that, you needed that. So I'm glad that, you listened and you went and talked to your mom. So he was like, yeah. And then next thing you know, he was giving her a hug or whatever, because I guess he finna leave. So it went from this, y'all. I said, no. Why? No, I wanted him for Amber. I said, oh, well, Amber shouldn't have been playing no games. She chose long hair, don't care. But I'm still kind of a little, pissed at Kelvin because Kelvin don't really know what he wants. Like, okay, I can understand you having a moment, you felt like that with Brittany, but you should have kept yourself away because you just invited Amber to your house. You just asked Amber on the date. Then remember y'all, she was doing a little two-step. I reacted to that. She was doing a little two-step in the highway. So she was happy about that. But he proceeds to tell Brittany, when Brittany tell him, oh no, I don't want to do that. She was like, cause and she called it a little crush. She said, Amber has a little crush on you. Let me find out they had a little crush on each other, okay? Because he was contacting her as well, okay? Baby, he said he not interested in Amber, and he said he don't see himself going that way. He was like, Amber still going through a divorce and not sure if she even want to get a divorce. He said, he said, I have no intentions and no plans on going that way. So what was you doing, Kelvin? What was the reason? What was the reason? I mean, I could see you being there still as a friend and not going there. But you wanted to go there because that's why you invited her over to your house. You didn't want her drinking. And then, y'all, chilled. You didn't try nothing with this, which is cool. But when she came back over there, you asked her out on a date. So you had no intentions of going there. Why would you ask her on a date? And regardless of the fact, you met them together, they friends, you just shouldn't do that. You know what I'm saying? I know that's kind of like Rashal and Mike, except for Sonny wasn't interested in Rashal and she wasn't kissing on Rashal or whatever. What Kelvin is doing is dead wrong. Like, you done kiss both of these friends. And Brittany was like, after he said he wasn't interested in Amber, she was like, oh my God. First she was like, oh my goodness, she was happy. Then she said, what about Delvin? Girl, forget Dalen or whatever his name is. Dalen. I'm talking about Delvin, Kelvin, Dalen. Forget Dalen, baby. Dalen got a whole little girl on the side. Not little girl, but he got a whole little woman on the side or whatever. So he ain't, baby Brittany, he ain't thinking about you. So if you and Kelvin hit it off, I think it's effed up. But hey, don't stop nothing because of Dalen. If anything, stop it because of Amber. But this ain't nothing but some more drama about to unfold. Cause baby, Kelvin and Amber, and now Kelvin and Brittany, and then they gonna find out they step brothers and sisters. The shiznai is about to be hitting the fan, y'all. It's about to be hitting the fan. I was like, child, this is too much. So, child, this got me all discombobulated and stuff. So I couldn't end y'all here. But y'all tell me what y'all think about this. Tell me what y'all think about Kelvin coming on to Brittany and to Amber. And for him saying that he not going the way that Amber going, even after the fact that he knew that and he asked her out. And Amber feeling some type of way. Y'all see how she was doing the two-step when she left his house? But child, we're not going to end it here because this was some hard stuff to end on. We're going to go here where it's going to make us laugh because, baby, who the hell does this woman think she is? Shayla. What is going on in that brain of yours? Child, do you even got a brain? Hello? Is anybody in there? Do you have a brain, honey? Like, what is really going on? So she's sitting up there talking to Anthony. Anthony, you see him back there looking in the refrigerator. He was like, you see my wings that was in this refrigerator? She was like, the wings from some weeks ago or some days ago or something like that. He was like, yeah, I was going to eat them. She was like, those been in there forever. I threw those out. He was like, so you threw them out? She was like, yeah. Do you want me to get you something else? I could order you something else. I could cook you something. He was like, no, I'll get something. So next thing you know, she was like, well, babe, I was thinking, and he all in his phone. He was like, yeah, what, not really paying her no attention. She was like, I was thinking, maybe we should do something different that normally people in our situations wouldn't do, but I think it would be good for us. And he was like what? And she say, marriage counseling. Baby, this is his face. He was like, what? Look at his face, looking like that Pam puppet child. Then he said, marriage counseling. It's the facial expressions for me. Baby, Anthony be so disgusted with Shayla, but then he don't do nothing but come right back and apologize. He never used to come back and apologize to Amber like how he do with Shayla, child. I was like, Lord, look at this ninja face. He said marriage counseling. She was like, yeah, like that. He wanted to say, for what? I'm not marrying you. He was like, Shayla. He was like, we're not going to no marriage counseling. Like, what's wrong with you like that? He said, everything is always about you, 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 you. You ain't satisfied with nothing. She said, well, I mean, you getting a divorce, but you going to counseling with Amber. He said, so since I'm going to counseling with Amber, you want to go to premarital counseling or whatever like that. And she was like, yeah, what's wrong with that? He wanted to say because he not finna marry you. He have no inkling or no intuition or nothing in his head that's saying that he want to marry you. Like, girl, you barely got a roof over your head because Rolanda done already told him he gonna have to do something. He not trying to put you on the lease, honey, child. So baby, you about to be over there with Angelina while you talking about premarital counseling, everything, and he don't realize that every time she asking for something, she want to do something, it's always Amber this, Amber that, Amber this, Amber that. Like, you still don't see that this woman has always been jealous of Amber and always wanted Amber life. Like, she can't think of nothing to do on her own. It's always Amber did this and Amber did that and Amber this and Amber that. Baby, Atlanta told her no. It's a no. We are not going to no premarital counseling. You can get that stuff up out your head right now. I was like, child. So we had to leave it on that note, on the funny note, because baby, that was hilarious for Shayla to think that they gonna go to premarital counseling. Like, child. Knowing Anthony, he might back down and do it just because she wants to, because he's such a wuss when it comes to Shayla. But y'all know Woody Woodpecker is the one that pushed Shayla up to it, but we wasn't gonna even react to that because I was just like, I'm so over them and that storyline. Until they get us some good, I'm gonna react to only the good stuff. Because baby, that was too much. But tell me what y'all think about these 3 skits that went on. What y'all think about Amber having this dream about Country Wayne, and he telling her he love her, but he really ain't. He really just trying to get her in the bed as always. You know what I'm saying? Then we have Brittany and Kelvin. Child, that was not on my watch. I wasn't expecting that. I didn't see that coming from Child a mile away. Country Wayne said, hold my beer. Let me get a change, a twist up in here. They always up to something. Y'all wrong for that one. And then tell me what y'all think about Shayla wanting premarital counseling. Child. Y'all, if y'all have not subscribed to the channel as of yet, why? It is fun over here. It is fun over here. Click that subscribe button. Click that bell notification for all so that you never miss an upload. Like the video, share the video, and leave y'all comments down below. And as we say before we go, love, peace, and hair grease. Smooches. Bye. Happy Monday. Bye.